Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my new video. Today we're gonna talk about how to come back when you are behind in the laning phase. In order to explain how to do it correctly, we're gonna jump into this video right now. You guys have requested it, and I have delivered. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to leave subscribe, and let's jump into the video. Alright, so now we assume that you have fallen behind in the bottom lane. You died 2 or 3 times and the enemy team is taking down your bot lane turret, your tier 1 turret. Now this begs the question, what do you do next? Many people just say that you have to hug the turrets until the late game and, try to carry the game from there. While this is not completely wrong, it is not true either, since you just hugging the turret is not gonna cut it for you. You have to make sure that you are playing smartly, you do the right macro decisions, and you still pressure the enemy team. Yes, you can pressure the enemy team even though you are behind in the game. After the enemy takes down your bot lane tier 1 turret, it is important to wait and see what their next step will be. If they keep pushing the lane, it is best if you stay close to your turret and stay safe. A few lost minions will not be a problem since you can stall the game and wait for help. As you can see, the enemy is playing a dangerous game. They are deep in your territory, which enables your jungler or mid laner, or both of them, to come for help and punish them for overstaying. This is a good scenario for you, since the enemy will not be able to make use of their lead, which will eventually result in you coming back into the game. In order for this to work, however, you have to set up wards and make good use of the minimap. If you know that the enemy jungler is not at the bot lane, a gank from your jungler will make it a 3v2. That can make you turn the game around. Because of those reasons, bot laners, especially in high elo, often swap the lanes with your top laner. They want to make their lead bigger by taking down more objectives like the top lane tier 1 turret or the Herald. Now this puts a lot of pressure on you since you have to react or else the game just snowballs out of your hands. A good response to that is that support places wards around the bot lane and then moves to the top lane to protect the top laner from a potential dive. The AD carry stays at the bottom lane and pushes the wave hard to create pressure. Thanks to the wards, the AD carry is protected from ganks and can farm as long as there is no kill threat. Now, you might wonder, why not just line swap 2? The answer to this is that you'll be facing a 2v2 matchup again, which you have lost before and you will likely lose again. This will result in you dying and or losing the top lane turret without stopping the enemy team from snowballing at all. At the top lane, the support and the jungler can set up a counter gank or gank themselves if the position of the enemy team is known. Let's say that the enemy jungler has been spotted at the bottom side and the enemy top and mid laner are at the dedicated lanes. This makes the top lane a 3v2 situation, which gives your team the upper hand. When you're behind as a team, it's all about outplaying the enemy in the macro scale. Find fights where you have the advantage. A 3v2 fight will likely result in your team getting 1 or 2 kills and potentially getting a global objective like a turret or a herald. Now let's get to the bot lane again. When you push a wave, it's important that you don't let it push slowly. A slow push happens if your minions are stacking up and slowly push up the lane. This will result in the enemy team's minions dying and your minions stacking up. If you cannot successfully create pressure on the other side of the map, the slow push will result in you losing the experience and gold for nothing and the enemy farming up a lot of gold and experience, which will give them a bigger lead. Setting up a slow push is not recommended when you're behind since creating pressure is really difficult. Pushing the wave fast, however, will create immediate pressure. An enemy has to catch the wave, and by the time they're busy farming and pushing back, you can group up with your team and look for an opportunity to engage a fight. Remember that you can only push a lane if there's no kill threat. You need to constantly look at the minimap and see whether you know the enemy position or not. If you successfully lured an enemy champion to the lane that you have pushed before, it is time to pull the trigger and fight. Before you engage, make sure that the enemy does not have an ability to join the fight, for example teleport or Shen ultimate. When it comes to neutral objectives like the dragon, it is often too risky to contest them while you're behind. So try to create pressure elsewhere. Trade a turret for the dragon, for example, while the enemy team is busy taking it. Taking down enemy turrets is not only important because of the global gold you get, but also because of the macro pressure. By destroying an enemy turret, you make the lane larger, which gives you more room to play around, but also a bigger bounce back time after pushing a wave. The enemy will need more time to reach one of your turrets, which gives you more time to make plays before having to defend. To sum up, coming back into the game comes back to correctly pushing and rotating around the map. You'll not be able to straightly fight the enemy in a 5v5 fight, so you'll need to find ways to get yourself an advantage in numbers to be able to get a positive result and slowly come back to the game. Try to play around the strong members of your team and try to avoid fights with fat enemies. Play it smart and be aware of your team's strength, but also the enemy team's strength. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a subscribe and a thumbs up. Type in the comments what you want to see next, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye, see you next time.